All right, welcome back to News Now on PNC, and welcome Joanna O with weather. So it's been kind of dry. My eyes have been dry lately. What's going on?
You need eye drops.
Oh,
That's
duh.
Well, before talking about weather, there has been a warning issued from National Weather Service that our dear National Weather Service issued fire weather watch to be in effect from tomorrow morning to Monday afternoon on Guam. There is no specific time on watch, but NWS says gotta be careful, especially on mid-morning till sunset. That will be around 8:30 and 6:20 p.m. on Guam. This watch will be in effect from tomorrow, but our on-the-go reporter Anna Victoria already went to a site where wildfire happened in Barrigada. You can't really see fire in this picture because the fire itself happened in the jungle, but for sure, we know that we gotta watch out for fire. And the U.S. advises residents to avoid outdoor burning as flying embers and ash may start spot fires downward. Take a look at weather. Expect slight chance of showers for tonight and the weekends. This means we are looking at about 10% chance of rain. Skies are expected to be just partly cloudy on Sunday as well as throughout next week. But for tonight and tomorrow, expect mostly cloudy skies as the breeze from Tropical Depression 94W is passing. It sounds like okay weather for Valentine's Day. Dry northeast winds will continue to blow over the islands this weekend with speed of 10 to 15 tonight, but winds will gradually increase at a speed of 15 to 20 tomorrow and up to 25 on Sunday. As you can see here on the slides, temperatures will be around upper 70s to upper 80s on Guam as usual, but on Saipan expect lows of 75 and highs of 85 tonight and tomorrow and 86 on Sunday.
So I have eye drops.
Yeah. So if you see me using Visine, it's because of the dry weather and nothing else.
Right.
It's because the dry weather.
What other reason would there be?
You know, like maybe lack of sleep or something, or maybe, you know,
Sure.
hungover like certain people some days, you know. But speaking of fires, there's actually been a lot of fires down south, and Mauricio actually reported yesterday, it was yesterday or the day before, a couple days ago maybe, there was a lot of fires down in Malasu. So already I think this is going to be a pretty fiery dry season.
It's fiery.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Joanna, and thanks, Clint, for that weather report.
You're welcome.
Yeah. The Concerned Catholics of Guam organization is challenging Archbishop Anthony Apparon to sign over ownership of the Redemptoris Mater seminary back to the Archdiocese of Agana. But local Catholic observer Tim Rohr suspects the Archbishop will not be able to, not because he doesn't want to, but because, as Rohr explains, he doesn't have the power to. The letter was dated January 14th this year. In it, the Concerned Catholics of Guam urges Archbishop Anthony Apparon to quitclaim the Redemptoris Mater Seminary. This real estate transaction would essentially transfer full ownership of the property over to the Archdiocese of Agana. There is much controversy over this property, valued at $40 million. Local Catholic blogger Tim Rohr shares with us his observations.
Well, the question is, if he is in control of both, then why deed it over in the first place? Well, we know why he did that. He did that because he was told to do that. So basically the CCOG is kind of calling his bluff and simply saying, okay, well, if you really are in control of both corporations, then what reason would you have to deed it in the first place?
In fact, Rohr believes the Archbishop not only won't want to sign a quitclaim deed, he can't. He says this is because, based on the way the documents are written,
Fact is, of course, is that he can't, because on paper the Archbishop only controls 25% of the Redemptoris Mater Seminary.
Rohr sought the assistance of legal experts on the matter and was told that after reading through all the documents, they are of the opinion that essentially the property is gone.
In their opinion, it's gone because it uses the word assign.
Right.
And when you assign a property, it's gone. And so, yeah, it's gone.
But the Archdiocese is claiming that they still have control over it, and that at any point, if they wanted to, they can always reassign it, or, you know, whatever the words they use in that press release they said.
Yeah, so they're lying. They're lying because I challenge anybody to just simply go to my website and look up the articles of incorporation for the Redemptoris Mater Seminary and look at who actually controls it. The Board of Guarantors controls it. They can lie all they want about it, but it says right there that the Board of Guarantors has full veto and approval power over all the major decisions of the seminary.
The Concerned Catholics group has not yet received a response from the Archdiocese. They also sent a second letter yesterday ahead of the annual Archdiocesan Appeal, which is when the church appeals to its supporters for more funding. This second letter asks the Archbishop several questions pertaining to the purpose of the annual appeal. The organization also emphasizes that its letters are written on behalf of some 4,000 concerned Catholics who have signed petitions supporting CCOG's objectives. You can read the letters on our website at pacificnewscenter.com.
Governor Eddie Calvo will be delivering his annual State of the Island address on Monday night. The governor says one of the messages of his address will be that the Guamanian dream and the dream of home ownership is attainable. Just today, the governor presented 48 certificates to first-time homeowners who will receive grants from the Guam Housing Corporation to help them purchase their first home. The governor says that 283 families have received these grants during his administration, resulting in $43 million in mortgage activity. The governor also says his address will focus on Guam's economy.
It's going to be doing a lot of focus on economic development, economic growth, and what it means for our people. It'll also look at some of the obstacles and obstructions that we've had in regards to this growth, not only economically, but in other areas of our community. And these are some of the external factors, particularly our relations with the federal government on a myriad of issues.
And the governor says the address will also touch on the optimism of the future and some of the challenges that they need to address in the coming year.
A new business has opened in Harmon, and this one promises to help clean up the island. Guahan Waste Recycling recently opened a tire shredding facility. PNC's Betsy Brown has more.
Those stacks of tires sitting outside auto and tire shops throughout the island should be getting smaller. Guahan Waste Recycling opened up its new tire shredding facility in Harmon a few weeks ago, providing a way to dispose of tires locally. Company President Bob Perrin says he's glad to offer a solution to a long-time problem.
The problem has been having the overseas markets accept our tires. In the past, they were just baled and then sent off, containerized in bale form, and to get the markets to accept them was kind of hit and miss. At times they would be able to accept them, and other times they wouldn't.
The $1 million tire shredding facility currently employs 6 people, and Perrin says there is a lot of work for them now, but he expects that to slow down once they get through the backlog of tires.
We figure probably about 6 months to get rid of the backlog. You know, there's a number of tire shops that have a good supply on hand, and there's some in the villages and in the jungles where they've unfortunately been discarded in the past.
Once the tires are shredded, there are a number of ways the material can be reused locally.
Right now we're giving some to the ORDOT landfill closure project. So they're using it in their capping of the ORDOT dump, actually. So they're using it in trenches that they're putting pipes in and using it to bed the pipes, using it for filtration, like in a leaching field sort of thing. So there are some uses here, and we're going to continue to explore those.
Shredded tires are also used in waste-to-energy facilities and steel plants, and Perrin says there is a big demand for them in Asia, giving the company export options for the shredded tires as well. Betsy Brown, PNC News.
Third grade public school students now have a tool they can use to better their vocabulary. No, not a cell phone, Janella. A dictionary. Rotarians today visited Machinano Elementary School to donate dictionaries to all third graders. PNC's Rizal Romanes has a story.
Want to know the definition of a word? Ask a public school third grader. The Rotary Club of Northern Guam donated dictionaries for all the public school third graders to use and keep. Why just third grade, you ask?
The earlier grades were one of just learning how to read. But now at this stage, they're being taught to read so as to learn more, and this will be, you know, a skill that they will develop all the way up and hopefully all through college years.
Past President Hermie Keha tells us that his organization has been distributing dictionaries to third graders for 7 years now, and that they're honored to be a part of helping improve the quality of life in the community. Machinano Elementary School third grade teacher Melinda San Luis says the students are always very appreciative.
Every time we do reading or any vocabulary words that they're unsure of, it would be a good thing for them to have so that they can just pick it up and improve their vocabulary. And also, dictionary skills are something that's usually introduced around this time, so it's good to have so that they already know how to use it.
Guess who's happy that they now have new dictionaries? Thank you from Mighty Mighty Third Grade!
Rochelle Romanes, PNC News.
That's not fair. You didn't give me a chance to
Oh,
defend
I'm
myself.
sorry. I was just
For the
teasing.
record, I don't use my cell phone for a dictionary. I use my iPad.
Good one.
Actually, someone who is in need of a dictionary, Blake Watson, after the break.